The Troy Trojans are gearing up for a new season under a new head coach, and Coach Jared Parker joins us now. Coach, you and your staff and your players have been working very hard. How excited are you for game one, August 31st against Nevada?
Well, we're so excited. I think this is a time that I can speak with a little bit of selfishness that, I've never been more excited for everybody around us, my family, our staffs, everybody, just to enjoy what is the reward of a lot of work that goes into a full year of this just for 12 guaranteed days. It's all our first time together in the vet. So there is a lot of excitement. I cannot wait to get off that bus and walk down our Trojan walk and experience what Troy really is. So we're excited.
You named your starting quarterback, Goose Crowder. What was it about him that you said, this is the guy I want to lead our team?
Well, I think the first thing would be the word you used. He's a leader. He has leadership skills. I think one of the most underrated or probably not talked about enough things of a quarterback is you just don't win over your offense. A great quarterback wins over the locker room. And I think Goose has done that and done it in the right way. He's not forced it. He's not been somebody he's not. He's earned the respect and trust of his peers by his hard work and by the level of his play and how he preps. So when you have a human being at quarterback that does that naturally, usually good things happen. And I've seen that in my coaching career from other great ones, and our expectations for him the same. But it's been wonderful to see his leadership skills come out.
Yeah, we are excited to see what he does out there on the field. Fall classes have started. How has that transition been from just focusing on football for your players to now having to balance sport and classes?
Well, I can't imagine. I know what it used to feel like. That's been many moons ago, but there are a lot of stresses that get added. You really look at it for a college student athlete and then our players, they get 2 weeks of the year where they do not have to, and maybe a little bit of time during bowl prep, but there's only 2 weeks of the year that they get to be uninterrupted, just football with no class obligations. That's not very much. Once you start adding, hey, you have to go get your parking decals, you got to go pick up your books, you got to manage class, you got to be at study hall, and then, oh, by the way, you got to come over and be great on the football field. It just adds anxieties, and it's a way for us to all balance and hopefully figure this out for them.
Yeah, but they take all that stress out on the football field and perform very well. Expectations are high. Troy has back-to-back Sun Belt championships. How are you managing expectations?
Well, it's one of the hardest things that we've had to discuss and talk about the entire year, because not only do I feel them, our staff feels them, and so do the players. They have an expectation and a standard around them that they have set. So I think for us, it's knowing kind of the elephant in the room, so to speak, that it's there. And the real way to get there is to just go to work and win days and weeks instead of worrying about winning a whole season all now. We don't have to win 12 games right now. We just need to concentrate on getting better and play game one. Easier said than done, but that's what we're going to stress the entire year. We just have to play one opponent per week, not 12.
Last season ended in a loss against Duke in the Birmingham Bowl, but it was the first time that a Sun Belt team had faced a Power 5 school in a bowl game. What does that tell you about the potential that your team has?
Well, I think for all of the group, this other group of five, group of four conferences, whatever it is, and G5 and all of it, I think there's a lot of conversations based on it around a lot of things and variables that are changing about college football first. For us, I think it tells them that for them to take the field and take on an opponent like that does a lot of things for the guys that were there. They understand what that felt like, what that looks like. And like anything, I think once you do something like that, you understand how to find a way to find success against a team that maybe on paper is supposed to be better than you. We're going to go play two opponents very early in our season that are ranked higher than us, that have program status than us, and we're going to go on the road to do that. The more people you have on your team and in staff that have been in those battles, it helps you get to a point where you feel comfortable going to go in those settings. And listen, Troy's done that in a lot of years. There's never been a back down mentality from anybody in this operation.
Yeah, Troy has been a so-called giant killer. How do you plan to continue that trend?
Well, I think we certainly hope doing that by our preparation first off. And then there's a mentality here at Troy that you bring with you. So preparation and certainly by mentality are the two things we hope we continue to carry with us. And if you're prepared to go into those settings, with the right mentality, you give yourself a fighting chance.
This is your first season as the head coach of the Trojans. How is your family adjusting there in Pike County? You've been there for a few months now.
Yes, you know what? They're great. I think we started school last week. All the kids are doing great in school and happy to be a part of it. The teachers, the school system, everybody's just been over backwards for many new faces and many new kids coming from our staff, especially. And so that's been really good. My wife Candy's been awesome. She loves it here. It really fits who we are and what we're about. We're 2 minutes from the office to come up here and drive to work every day. I haven't had to put gas in the truck since we started fall camp. Life is good in Troy, Alabama, and it fits what we're about. We could be more excited to be here, and I mean that. I believe our family feels the same way.
Yeah, and I've heard your players talk about the sense of family there in Troy, and that they've never been any place like it.
Well, I think that's something that's palpable, and I hope we're bringing that to more truth now. Our staff and just hearing what they say around our players and getting to know each other and our stories. It's tying our team together. It's tying our whole building together. And I think when you allow that to happen, something feels good about wanting to win for other people, not just yourself. And that's an environment that everybody in the building's created. It's been fun to see.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us. We're looking forward to the season.
Look forward to it as well. Can't wait.